The CT side, pistol's going to mean everything. Remember, second half of Dust 2, Liquid won the pistol and nothing else. Yep. If they converted that 3-0, I dare say this would already be over. But they couldn't do it. It was a tenacious force buy coming in from HellRaisers with 1 AK, actually 2 AKs and a scout, I think it was, to clinch the round. So there we have it. Cash is another high-fragging, high-paced affair. Similar to Dust 2, can play off spawns, don't even have to do strategies if you don't want to, you can run around as a pack of wolves, finding kills. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the third and final map. Who will come out on top and reach the semi-finals? Team Liquid, or the plucky HellRaisers, who have seemed to have a resurgence after the second map. Bondic especially, lighting the scoreboard ablaze. And we'll see what kind of buy we have to bring to the table here. Naf, he's got the Glock armor combo. Actually, he's got the Molotov. He's going to be deploying that towards the forklift. They're going for the A commitment here. It's Issa to defend. The flashbangs are decent. Angel has to reposition. But can he find the first frag? Certainly can. It's Bondic the challenge and help out.
Two separate angles for him to watch out for. That elevation cost him dearly, but HellRaisers, although they have conceded the bomb, they have the player advantage. They still have a kit and a flash, albeit in a very weakened Bondic hands, who only has 2 HP left. Nafly instantly alleviating some of the pressure, but it's been stacked back on again as Nitro's done a lot of damage to Dead Fox. Picks up the frag. It's now looking good for not just Nitro, but Liquid too. And there comes the final kill of the pistol. Starting off Cash, starting off this third map with a vengeance.
Brilliant stuff there from Nitro. Remember, couldn't get a single gun round in the second half of Dust 2. That's going to put their best foot forward here on Cash. North American teams historically, especially Majors, have always been very good on this particular one, but there's been a lot of heartbreak as well when it comes down to overtimes and games that have been quote-unquote thrown with big leads. And Nitro and co are certainly aware of the prospect of a throw. This is the sort of team that can crumble at times.
Henry, we actually have a deco. It's been a while.
A full deco. So Desert Eagles across the board. No armor, no nades. Just going for those one taps. It's a map that lends itself to it. It's got plenty of range if you play it correctly. Don't need the armor necessarily. You're going for one job. Headshots here. And these players on HellRaisers are certainly capable of delivering them.
It's very much a dry purchase though from HellRaisers. No utility to supplement these kills. Angel doesn't need utility. He's got aim on his side. Elige gets destroyed, dismantled through on A main. The Molotov's release going to keep the CTs on the truck side of the site, which allows Liquid to charge in with their SMGs and AKs. And the bomb plant will be following. There's nothing that Issa can do about it, or is there? He's got himself one kill. He's at least put it in the realms of possibility. Now Bondic's going to get destroyed by Nafly on the side. A 4K in the round for him. Solid work in the end by Liquid, although it did look a bit shaky.
They managed to get the 2-0 on the T side, Vince. That's all they care about. That's all they went for. It works out, and they'll be up against the full eco here. 3-0 pretty much locked in. There's Zeus behind them. One of the most decorated coaches we have in the entirety of CSGO. 2 majors under his belt. With the SK boys, now known as MIBR. They're already in the semi-finals. Can Zeus make it there as well? We'll see the CZs come out. The benefit of not force buying completing that second round. He can flirt with the pistols and a little bit on the third as well. You can see Angel does significant damage towards Naf with a CZ headshot, but the kills coming in thick and fast now. And it's looking like quite the comfortable round for Team Liquid. It's a T-sided map. One of the only, I would say, we really have in the pool that's considered a T-sided. Cash. Let's see whether Leech can convert these kills. Brilliant spray control there. You could see how hard he had to work to make sure those kills were his. Taco, okay. Seems to know someone's on the other side of the door, didn't even knock, takes him down, and it's just Dead Fox now stuck in the connector, and now with 0 health. Good stuff from Liquid. Didn't give too much away in the last few rounds. They have got a bit of a bonus round prospect coming up, Vince, meaning there's 2 SMGs here. Not the most run and gun style SMGs. The UMPs aren't as effective against the unarmored heads. Stay to the Mac 10, it can move very fast and be thrown into bomb sites and run and gun and jump around as well, but the UMP still has its place in these particular rounds, and we'll see who's going to be suffering without the helmets here. HellRaisers now with Bondic with no helmets, Voxic full glass cannon AWP, meaning he's very vulnerable. And I'd assume Team Liquid are going for an A-sided attack here. 2 players towards connect at the very start. Needs to push off any aggression. Nafly takes down BO3. Remember, he had no armor there. He shouldn't really be challenging those really tight choke points like that. As soon as one better touches him, it's what we call aim punch. It means his crossover fly up in the air. But Deadfox, that's audacious as well, taking a lot of damage down to 14. Going for the Hail Mary play here. This is absolutely chaotic. And it will be Naf to find the second kill for Team Liquid here. HellRaisers starting to fall apart a little bit at the seams there. Deadfox with low HP just wanted 1 kill, then hopefully falls back to the side, but that was ambitious.
I can understand trying to take control of the situation, but that was insanity. Both players dead on B. The round isn't quite over just yet, but you can see the HellRaisers already stacked in spawn. Bomb's not even planted, it's going over to A side. So their intentions have been made clear. It's going to be a save, and it will be Liquid on a 4-0 lead. As they force their way now onto A, realizing that it's open, completely available for a free plant. There is a lot of equipment value though for HellRaisers. Understandable they'd go for the save, but that is going to be an issue because FACEIT now probably won't get another AWP for quite some time.
Yes.
And all we've really seen from him so far is to go for a peek and get destroyed. I think it was Nafly, right, from Toxic Barrels, just wrecked him without any sweat at all.
Yeah, if you don't have armor, especially an AWP, if you don't nail that first shot and you take a split second and AK bullets come in your direction, you really can't do anything about it. You should primarily be holding a very passive angle, and you don't have that armor. But obviously, these AWPers want to go for it. They can hit these shots if required, and you can see it wasn't an amazing headshot from Naf. He sprays in his general direction, and even a couple of bullets against no armor is going to take them down, regardless of the location of the shots. Naf feeling confident now, 4-0. HellRaisers don't really save much at all from the previous round. Have to be CZs across the board once again as they home in on maximum loss bonus. 3 CZs, a Desert Eagle for FACEIT, and Bondic with the P250. Angel spends a little bit more cash with the armor. Same story for Issa. These rounds are normally the ones that work out, the ones you least suspect. That CZ still.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah, absolutely. You don't really preempt them rushing towards the door with CZ. You're sure, you're prepared and held up for it, but all of a sudden it starts to fall apart. It's exactly what I was building up, Vince. I'm glad it transpired in this way, because if you blink, you'll miss it sometimes. The CZ and Deagle combo can be very deadly and difficult to hold up.
And to make matters worse, Issa has the AK in his hands. He's got Kevlar behind it. HellRaisers, this could be a branch to grab onto, and they're going to do it in style. Not only do they win the round, they do so without losing a single player and pick up 4 AKs for themselves. That is a huge boost to their economy.
Well, that is fantastic from HellRaisers. Like I said, all of a sudden it falls apart. Taco arguably could have been more defensive there at the start of the round, knowing it was pistols, but great play from HellRaisers. Can't take anything away from here. Nice boost, good little push as well towards Squeaky Door, and then aggressive play with the AK-47 that was retrieved from the fallen terrorists. Naf with plenty of cash. He seems to be AWPing more than Nitro in the last few rounds. He'll use that good spawn and head towards middle. Does speed the smoke, but no one there to receive his shots. Flashbangs towards middle from the CTs. They try and reclaim territory here. They've lost a bit of vision, but Deadfox will remove a lead, but it's back and forth we go. Twists equals things to a 4-4. He's had a bit of a quiet best of 3, but if he starts to wake up, Liquid could be in trouble. Headshot delivered first class. Taco trying to be a nuisance, play interference for the rest of his team to make a move through mid and B. The bomb is actually dropped out in a pretty awkward position on mid, but Nafly is going to alleviate some of that pressure. 2 kills in the matter of a millisecond for HellRaisers. And the tables turn quickly. Issa gets his second of the round. Excellent work. 4-2. HellRaisers break the finances of Liquid. It was looking like a very one-sided affair, but all of a sudden, Liquid are broke. It's Issa landing some fantastic headshots with that saved AK. Angel with the wall bang, of course. And here we go, finishing things off. The star player looking sharp once again. We're getting to round 7 here. Remember, it was Twist that significantly dropped off on Dust 2. Didn't really say his name at all. He'll be now with the CZ and helmet combo. Surprising. He invests that much cash, but still has $3,100 residual, so that's fine. Deadfox now ready and waiting for the approach towards B, but Voxic might beat him to the punch. Got himself stuck in the corner though, needs to be very careful against these pistols. They can only punish the fact he missed a shot there, and now it's at the Deadfox. He's having a lot of fun with the M4A4 right now. He will go down eventually. This is not necessarily winnable, especially with the wallbang being successful there for the CTs, but Twist certainly capable of getting a couple more kills.
It is keeping HellRaisers' accountant honest though here, because it's doing quite a bit of damage and it could get a lot worse. Bondic on the receiving end of the M4A4 headshots. The only reason he's still alive, it wasn't the AK. And speaking of the AK, there is Issa again. However, those two lost weapons, it is going to start to feel a bit of a sting for HellRaisers if they concede this round.
3 in a row though. Liquid and no AWP this time. It was looking like they were going to run away with this half, but the HellRaisers certainly put their foot down now. Round 8 coming in, the third and final map. We've got a hell of a game view after this one as well. FaZe versus Astralis.
That's the main
match of the day. Yes, that really is. This has been the English breakfast, I think, with you coming in for the UK absence. And yes, we definitely got the main course coming up next. But for now, Issa incendiary towards the box to flush anyone out on the other side. No one there to receive, but still lots of information and map control gathered by HellRaisers. You can see them firing off. The smokes are down. Taco takes a little bit of damage there. He's in towards that squeaky door. Doesn't offer any in return. Deadfox in a nice little angle here to protect the boost position.
Oh, Lee's jumping. Raw reaction's going to cost him his life. At least Nafly's there to return the favor. However, he has been tagged down significantly. He's going to have to use that smoke to extinguish the Molotovs. Vital utility. And he's going to get spammed up through the smoke too. They knew he was on the left-hand side from the CT's perspective. Issa gets smoked out too. He needs some help. Another player just behind him. Taco will get the upper hand. Angel with one, but that's all that he will get out of this round. 2-on-2 post-plant scenario and make it all on Voxic. We know this guy can stand and bang with the AWP, but he's deciding to go for the M4 instead. Definitely just saw the head of Nitro as he was on the other side of the box. It's all about that second player though. Voxic has no idea. Really trying to draw out some fire, see if he can get some information from sound cues.
We almost got the kill there, Vince. It's coming down to the wire now. Time ticking away. Voxic, of course, does have the kill, but no time to work with here. Great attempt. Kept it expensive. But it will be Liquid extending the lead 5-3 now, as Twist will survive. The only player to do so. He takes the AWP into round number 9 here. There's still tons of cash for the CTs. They can even bring out a double AWP setup if they want to. They have been doing that quite consistently. It's normally Deadfox and Voxic, of course, who will be wielding that particular setup, but it doesn't look like it'll be brought out just yet. Sticking with the M4s here as they adjust their buy. It's a UMP for NAF, so money not exactly amazing there, even after winning the previous round. They have to make some compromises still. Smokes towards the B entrance, and Bondic now to defend with the M4. Molotov towards Checkers. Angel actually playing aggressively in the B storage area. Won't have anything to challenge just yet because Twist has fall back. Voxic in the squeaky door of an AWP. Now that's an audacious angle, but he can fall back with the door open. Probably wants to shut it behind him indeed, and falls back towards the A site.
Yeah, it's important that he had Issa there to help him out. Watching A main. Otherwise he could have got caught on the cross. Nitro does have an AWP in his hands though. It has been back and forth between himself and Nafly. He had very sketchy, sporadic dust too, but ended strong with the AWP, was landing some nice flicks. Issa in the meanwhile to get mollied out of his position on forklift. Can he get any kills? Yes he can. One, and a whole bunch of damage in that fly. And that could put some foundations down for HellRaisers to build off, but those foundations are crumbling somewhat. Bondic is at least going to counteract with a Molotov, but Bondic walks out into the open just for Nitro to pluck out. Another 2-on-2 retake.
Yeah, it's looking difficult as well. Angel and Deadfox segregated from the bomb side by the really efficient smokes thrown by Team Liquid. Nitro misses out another AWP shot here, but Alige looks clinical with the AK-47. The lineup comes in, but Deadfox can't convert it. We go 6-3, and money starting to dwindle now for the HellRaisers. Liquid with a firm lead. And maybe this is the first tactical timeout from HellRaisers now. Need to consider their option. I don't think they can really justify the buy here. Nitro looking very good at those few shots missed. The one just before that, that's still 3 kills in the round. Looking much better with the orb itself. So, Deagles, P250s, not really much to report here for HellRaisers. No armor, no defuse kits, no nades, more importantly. So it should be 7-3 here for Team Liquid. Bit of a rough spell in the mid stages, but now they've stabilized. They're starting to rack up money after this round. The money's not great right now, but they get presumably 32.50 for winning this one. If the bomb goes off, it's 3,500. As the Molotovs are deployed, even against these sort of rounds where you know you're up against just default pistols, Vince, you want to be making sure you use the Molotovs, you use the smokes. Sure, it might seem like a waste of money, but you'll feel even worse if you go down to a CZ at close range just because you didn't flush it out and you face check it instead.
Absolutely, especially considering 3 of their players are under $1,000. They can't afford to lose weapons.
Exactly. So you can see them being very efficient here, using all those grenades and making sure nothing is given away.
Oh, twist through the smoke. Perforating Angel. Bondic, last man standing, but only 24 health separates him, and indeed HellRaisers, from a 7-3 deficit, and that has came up. HellRaisers will have a bye. What's also worrying for me, Henry, is that these rounds were off the back, of course, of that very poor buy that HellRaisers had, the pistols by and large. So other than that, it's been pretty smooth sailing for Liquid. That slight blip on the radar of 3 consecutive rounds has now been completely neutered.
It really has. Tactical timeout now, the first used by HellRaisers. Tournament life on the line. After Dust 2, they seemed like they were up for it. They were ready to go into the third. There's another high fragging affair on Cash. They've had some great gun rounds so far, but after going 4-0 down in the opening sectors of the first half, they get 3 and now lost 3. Money starting to get to a more comfortable position, but still not ideal. Dead Fox contemplating the second orb once again. He's got $5,000, doesn't look like he'll go for it. Sticks on the M4A4. Top fraggers so far, Naflies 15-7 after 10 rounds. And the top 4 HellRaisers, Dead Fox and Bondic both on 8 kills. There we have it, Naf with another amazing performance.
Nice smoke from Voxic allows him to go for the peak and also extinguish any Molotov. He has struggled with being too aggressive after the first pick though. So it's good to see him just back away, hold the angle again. Doesn't need to chase the kills. He's put his team in a good position. He's going to get double peaked and he's going to get 1 in a second. Oh, there was also some team damage done from Angel onto Issa.
Oh my god.
Not for the first time in this best of 3, HellRaisers their own worst enemies. And now Voxic and Dead Fox in a position to just save on the B side of the map.
They have to now, unless Voxic does something absolutely magical at this point in the AWP. They've got almost no chance of winning this round. It's a decent plant for Team Liquid. And it's all down to Naf once again. Now set on 17 kills as Alige hit a wondrous shot towards the CT truck and it was all done. After losing Nitro initially, you thought the HellRaisers had this one in the bag. It was Voxic that opened things up with that AWP shot towards B, but that was just a cue to get away from him. He is the danger man of HellRaisers, and if you can get to the other side of the map quickly and leave him to his own devices towards B, why not? Get stuck in towards that A side. Nafly catches 2 of them pushing, and at that point it was all done. HellRaisers now homing in on maximum loss bonus. This will be the 4th. They do save 2 players, so we'll see the AWP in the hands of Voxic and Dead Fox the M4. They've got $3,000 between them to save and to drop for the next round. I think they'll force this, if I'm honest. They desperately need some rounds on the board now. But time will tell.
This was the moment when Nafly got himself a double. And that gone the other way, the round very much, well, very well, I should say, could have gone back in favour of HellRaisers, but as it stands, they're on the brink, a very poor buy. Voxic and Dead Fox have a couple of CZs alongside them, some armours purchased too. Liquid, this is very reminiscent of how the first map started, Henry. A great T-half on Mirage. HellRaisers could never really get back into it, they were always far too much behind. Dead Fox is going to get 1 but traded out, and that's one of the 2 weapons they had in play that's gone with him. Voxic with the other one has 4 angry terrorists to contend with.
Voxic really does have limited options here. He'll be holding the AWP towards B storage. The bomb is down in a compromised position. That's why they dropped that smoke. It could have got a bit awkward there with being available in the mid-warehouse, but they smoke it effectively, not giving anything away there. That could have been a costly mistake if he was waiting with the bomb. But FACEIT now has to hold on to the AWP as it makes its way towards A. The bomb will be planted momentarily. It's a guaranteed round for Team Liquid. Elige spamming some bullets off towards CT spawn, and FACEIT is actually still moving, trying to find the safest possible position here. Bomb finally planted in the most open position they can find.
I think the thing is
hunting him, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. There's 35 seconds left, so Liquid don't need to go for the plant. What they do need to do is get that AWP away from FACEIT in the next round. They may even be able to buy another one, but this is going to mean he's going to have a lack of utility. He's going to be hamstrung elsewhere. So you can understand the plays, but now they decide, screw it, let's just go for the plant. FACEIT should be able to save this, although it does seem like Nafly is making a move towards him. But Liquid will take a 6-round lead in the all-important third map of this quarterfinals at the Major. It's looking like it may be a bridge too far for HellRaisers. FACEIT is about to get tested. He will pass with flying colours, but there's going to be more players pushing his right now, and he's going to get taken down by Twists. Again, he can go for another AWP, but they'd have loved to have kept that alive a little bit longer.
He could have dropped significantly in future rounds, but they're still on about 5k per player. It's not the end of the world. He can certainly buy. He's got 6,300, but yes, that would have been absolutely brilliant if he could stay alive. Nice work from Liquid there. We pointed out, it looked like they're having a bit of fun planting the bomb, but they're considering where would he be? Where's he going to be hiding? Let's give ourselves enough time to hunt him down, and it works out. So you can't argue with that at all. They lose a player in response, but it's round number 13, Vince. The amount of cash that is built up for Liquid, they're good to go for the rest of this half now. Twists, even after a reinvestment of grenades, 5 digits. Elige not far off it, so they are absolutely fine in that department. But HellRaisers, they're really not in the fragging game, because although Angel, about to say, has a lot of frags, it's the same issue that got me before. Angel's currently sat on 5 and 9. Dead Fox of 8. No one breaking double digits yet on the HellRaisers side. It's Naf with 19, Elige with 10, who are really flying the flag high for Team Liquid here.
Naf has been phenomenal so far on
Yes,
cash.
he really has.
19 kills already, and there's still a few rounds to go. FACEIT being toyed with 2 separate angles. You can see he really wants to get this kill. He's desperate to leave some impact, to leave a mark on this round. But will that get him killed, as it has a couple of rounds prior? Dead Fox perched up into the vents, waiting to get that green light to go aggressive. Liquid taking their sweet time, but they are all bundled over on B. No one pincering on A. It's going to be all hell breaking loose with grenades. They're going to line up for Dead Fox. He's going to get 2, nearly got a 3rd. Nafly's been severely wrecked down to 41. Molotov could force Nitro out of position. He doesn't have to move off the site though. This is going to be another very tough retake.
It really is. They have not got a kit, Vince. 3 M4s though, Angel coming towards the vents. It's up to Twist now. Actually like this position from him. No one's going to be checking this. He's looking for headshots, and he's certainly capable of delivering. Incendiary in towards his position makes things a little bit more uncomfortable now. The retake begins. Who's going to come out on top? So far so good for Naf. It is traded out, but there's Twist and Nitro striking at the exact same time. The trifecta of doom set up on the B bomb site there, and every facet of the bomb site completely under control by Team Liquid. That's a huge round for them to pick up, just as money was stabilizing for HellRaisers there, and Twist gets it done, spinning around on the bomb side there, closes things out. Really great stuff there in the retake, as HellRaisers now have to buy, Vince. They need these last couple of rounds, reminiscent of what we saw in Mirage. Very similar situation.
And to be fair on Mirage, they did mount a comeback when they were on the T side, so
yes.
I'm hoping for more of that from the neutrals perspective, but yeah, it has been a bit of a whimper of a performance here on cash so far, with Liquid just stepping it up a couple of notches. HellRaisers can't really keep the pace up, and it's mainly down to this man on your screen. Well, the one prior, Nafly. Twists definitely did plenty on Mirage. Elige has been a consistent thorn in the backside of HellRaisers. That Molotov is going to force them out into the open, but be careful what you wish for. Dead Fox is going to pounce with a kill of his own. He's been performing pretty damn good with this M4. FAMAS also going to chime in for a frag, and Voxic's able to scamper away to safety. And that's going to give Liquid pause for thought. Not too much nades left though for HellRaisers, with over a minute to play with. No smokes, no Molotovs.
Much better from HellRaisers. Great start here. Two of the key names for Liquid going down. But there's one important name that's still alive. That's Naf. Currently on 20 kills, looking to find a couple more here. 5 versus 3. HellRaisers not probing for any more information. Just holding up in the crossfires. That's the correct thing to do. A split coming in very shortly. Door main entrance and twists coming in with that AK-47. Molotovs deployed. Flashbangs now as well. Smoke towards short, but it's going to be Angel confirming the round by the looks of things now. Twist has got a lot of work to do in the 1 versus 5. We'll see what he can find, but not much at all. It will be the 4th round on the board there for HellRaisers. We're going to round number 15. Liquid have plenty of cash, but I'd say HellRaisers need this to stand a chance in that second half, because we know, although they are very good on their T sides, you need a buffer to be able to at least afford a pistol loss here. If you go down 11-4, lose a pistol, that's pretty much a death sentence.
It certainly is. With this round plus the pistol though, game would be well and truly back on, and HellRaisers will know it.
Yeah, especially on that T side. Like we said, HellRaisers are normally very good on their T sides, and it's a T side of map. Angel and co just missed the run boost towards the Shroud position, so they've had to readjust. And they were going for the boost from that red box over towards the corner there, but it didn't work out for them. They fumbled it, and now all compromise set up. Angel on top of the bomb site.
That could be significant too, Henry. They haven't used that position yet.
Yeah, you want to use it like once a half.
Yeah.
Like, it's commonly overlooked and a position that can yield a lot of kills. Molotov towards the vents just to push any CTs back. Smoke now for Angel as he actually repositions, and it's going to cost them a smoke, but they are going to boost up there once again.
There's the boost. Still plenty of nades across the board. Liege tossing the smoke over towards highway, trying to block the vision, as you can see now. It's looking like a set play. It's going to keep some of the CTs interested, but Bondic goes out once again and salvages a glimmer of hope into the round, and finishing this half at 10-5 with a kill. Dead Fox lurking around the shadows, but Nitro eviscerates him. Liege also getting himself in the thick of it. They're going to line up for Voxic, and he sprays them down. The bomb's also sprawled out just below him. The worst case scenario has become a reality, as Taco has to clutch a 1 and 2 with 20 seconds left. His position is compromised. Voxic is playing his sweet time, waiting for Issa to get on the scene, but he's not required. Voxic will do it alone. 10-5.
Voxic a lot quieter in that half. That's only his 11th kill with a 3K at the very end. Couldn't get going at the AWP, but he does find them the last round there. 10-5, definitely still possible here in the packed Wembley Arena. The crowd have been fantastic so far. We still got the main event coming up as well. FaZe versus Astralis after this game, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you don't miss out on this one. But for now, Liquid 10, HellRaisers 5. And we'll have a look at the buys coming forward. They are going to be purchasing the P250s. Maybe a couple of them, we'll see. Molotovs will be coming out as well. The smokes, as the coach from HellRaisers there trying to rile up the troops, get them ready to go. Angel still believes. They know on their T-side, they get this pistol, they still have a fighting chance there. It's all up in the air. Liquid struggle to close out games, and we'll see whether HellRaisers can put their best foot forward here in the opening round of the second half. And will be looking likely to be an A-sided attack, but that all can change, and it's actually an A retake setup from Liquid. No one on the A side at all, just twist way back in the CT truck. Liege towards short, almost allowing them to have a bomb site control if the smoke comes in.
Nitro waiting to pull the pin. And throw on a flashbang, not required. Did get plenty of information though, and they've heard the vents popping. It's a safety net for the B side. As soon as you hear both vents pop, you know the B side's about to get rocked. And Nafly is going to do his best to stand tall and deliver some headshots. Taco and Nafly are going to be landing all the headshots. Nafly with 3 in a row. And HellRaisers will not be getting the second pistol. Phenomenal performance by Nafly, continues to shine.
Completely shuts them down there, Vince. Really impressed with his performance so far. He is looking like he's in championship form at this stage. Oh my goodness, he's just so crisp and calm. Naf just continues to find kills left, right and center. 23 kills, 11 deaths, and HellRaisers now with no bomb plant down. They don't force buy even on their T side second round. That's just an interesting note there. So no armor. Once again, it's a full deco. Deagles across the board, saving a bit of cash. Hoping to get the bomb down here, and then maybe buy early once more. We'll see if that comes true.
Some negligible damage distributed to Bondic. Picking shrapnel out of his shins. Angel, though, has been laid to rest. Twits the executioner. Liquid in prime position now to move through to the semi-finals. We spoke about how important the second pistol was. If HellRaisers could pull a rabbit out the hat right now, it would do them the world of good, but Twist is not allowing it. Single-handedly picked up these opening 2 kills. Voxic's also very low. HellRaisers surely with no hope in this round at the very least. And Liege, that's a perfectly timed flashbang. And the curtain is coming down. Denfox, though, is going to keep it away for a little bit longer.
1 kill, Vince, but going to need a few more of those. Bondic will find a FAMAS at least, but he quickly finds a bullet in the head as well. It's wanted to go down. That was not the force buy, remember. They would have liked to get the bomb plant ideally with the investment of the Deagles, but 13-5 is looking very likely at this point. I don't see any other way about it. They can't really justify much investment here either. And it will be looking likely to be the full eco. Bondic and co starting to lose faith. They're going to need something fantastic coming out in the first gun round here. A really convincing round required going forward just to kind of get their heads back in the game. But right now, Team Liquid looking like they may have booked themselves a place in the semi-finals. Shots exchanged towards the B storage area there. Issa investing with the CZ. Angel with a little bit of utility here. And Dead Fox of the Desert Eagle. 3 players towards the squeaky door. They'll flash through, but Twist can hear them all coming. They flash themselves. And Twist will have players blind in front of him for days. 3 kills to his name. At least with the 4th. And it's another clean sweep. Liquid there. Their money begins to swell. They're in touching distance now of the semi-finals. HellRaisers with all to play for. No mistakes can be made at this point. We said that T side is good, but can it be fantastic?
Anything less would not be good enough, Henry. Voxic has a decision to make. $5,450. Could afford the AWP. It does mean no Kevlar, and he decides against it. Full AKs in play for HellRaisers. It could suggest a fast play is imminent. A set play maybe onto A site. They're already scampering into A main and Squeaky respectively. Lining up the smokes to try and blot out the car position. There is a counteractive smoke deployed by Team Liquid just to stop that initial charge. Also getting into position. They've got 3 players strong on A. Seem to have read the script and know what's coming up, and it's going to be a push through. Wow. Issa had a flashbang out. The timing could not be worse for HellRaisers, and now they're just all pushing out one by one and being chopped to pieces.
Nitro's done an amazing job there. He jumps through the squeaky door with an MP9. He upgrades to the AK-47. He becomes a walking turret at that point. They run in towards him. He hits every single shot, and it leaves us with a 4 versus 1. Angel surely has nothing to say about this situation. 14 rounds has got to be guaranteed at this point. Nitro taking the game by the horns. Angel will get 1. But can he get anything more? I doubt it. Failed Molotov designed to go in towards the main entrance there. 45 seconds, has got the bomb. and looking likely to commit towards the A site as he edges closer and closer, but it's going to take something remarkable. And Nitro finds his 4th frag. That was the bonus round of Team Liquid there, Vince. After winning the pistol and successfully converting to a 3-0, they go for an aggressive push with their residual SMGs, the FAMASs. They want to go for a quick round. It's textbook really, but look at this play from Nitro. The 360 to take down the first, gets the AK and starts decimating his opponents in front of him. Absolutely fantastic from Nitro as he takes full control. 2 more rounds will do it.
Such a sick counter strat too.
Yes, exactly. That's what the bonus rounds are so good at. If you can surprise them just when they get into their default, they're expecting a nice slow process and no challenges. You throw it in there like that, that really does ruffle some feathers, because then all of a sudden you're really scared and tentative. You might use more utility going forward just to make sure that doesn't happen. It can rattle your opponents with those sort of aggressive plays, especially one as successful as that.
It's Twist's turn to get boosted up onto A in the Shroud spot. It doesn't bode well for HellRaisers. They do have 4 smokes to play with and a couple of flashbangs. Gonna have to be pixel perfect plays. They're going for the cross smokes in mid. An idea to completely neutralize any vision that the CTs have over the mid vents. But Elige comes in with the first kill. And the pressure mounts once again. If Liquid were to win this, it'd have 10 match points. And it's looking more and more likely as every second goes by. Twist with 2, Nitro with 2 of his own. Liquid flawless, HellRaisers struggling.
15-5. 1 more will do it for Liquid. It's hard to imagine a world where HellRaisers will get 10 clean rounds in a row now, Vince, and then win the overtime. This is the 3rd and final map if you're just joining us. Mirage was difficult for HellRaisers to digest. Dust 2 was brilliant. A return to form. Fantastic scenes. But Cash, they seem to have fallen flat once again. Nothing working out for them. The second half, they haven't picked up a single round. They're 5-0 down. And now 1 more mistake will cost them the tournament. Coach trying to rile them up the best he can. Of course, a tactical timeout deployed at this point, but what have they even got? Does Voxic have the AWP? He's contemplating buying it. Had enough cash for it, opts for the AK instead. 10 in a row. Dead Fox will be buying in the last few seconds here. Brings out the AK. Liquid, surely, close it out here.
The way they've been playing on the CT side, you certainly would think so. I think even HellRaisers may feel like they've been defeated in that flight. Twisting the knife in the side. Fast A main push. Yields the kill onto Angel. His woes continue. Only 9 kills so far, Cash, for him. Issa on 8. These are the players that you're wanting to see at the forefront of these pushes. Having no impact, and again, they're going to go for the boost. Cheeky stuff by Liquid, but because they've got the first pick, they know if HellRaisers push out on A main, there's going to be one angle that they can have a blind spot. If they don't check boost, it's all over.
Here we go. The crowd can feel we're coming to the absolute crescendo now. Liquid need 4 more kills and that will be enough. A lot of people are saying they can go on and win the whole thing. This has been a strong performance with a little blimp in the middle, but for now they can finish on a high. Elige, great position to find the frag, but Issa beats him to the punch. Good boost here from Nitro, an uncommon spot. 35 seconds, it looks like it has to be the B split here. Nitro and Taco, they close it all out. And here we go, the final push from HellRaisers now.
30 seconds left, they're going to have to get entries in very quickly. Nades are being deployed to counteract the push, but it's going to be Nitro that's first to fall. Can Taco hold the line? Can he stay his execution onto B? The answer, a resounding no. And HellRaisers, they will live to fight another day. Twists 1 on 4. The guy is an absolute monster, but even by his standards is surely a bridge too far. Does get the first, but it's a great cost to his health. Down to 19, make it 0. 9 more match points for Liquid.
Amazing. HellRaisers now start their very, very long and arduous journey towards overtime. Nice speed split coming in here. It was Issa, managed to take down Elige initially. That was the start of the victory. And you can see doing a great job there, working effectively. They're not giving up just yet. Plenty of cash, of course, for Team Liquid as they look to finish things off once again. They've got one more buy still in the bank, even if they lose this round. So still difficult to imagine a world where HellRaisers can bring this back. But these are the rounds where you start losing your flair a little bit if you are on the winning side, because sure, you might have a huge buff here, but then you start playing, okay, let's not give anything away. No one do anything stupid. Let's just hold up. And at that point, HellRaisers can start abusing that factor, knowing it to be very passive. As Angel will take down the boosted player. That's Nitro trying to get up, or boost his teammate up, and then down he goes. And early 5-on-4 now for HellRaisers.
Looking to fight aggression with aggression, though, in mid. Decides better of it, does Elish. Retreating to the A site, joining Nafly and Twists. Taco does have a very forward position, though. He's currently in Sunroom. This could be an issue. If HellRaisers decide to go for another B split, that could be the main man. In fact, my eyes deceiving me. Checkers. Not Sunroom. Regardless, Voxic has got himself an entry onto A site. Nafly, last line of defense. So now Elish has put himself in amongst the pigeons as he gets himself two. Can he go one better? If he does, then Taco could start to make a move from Car. They line up for Elish, nearly gets the double, and now Taco's came in. A gust of wind is gathering. Liquid getting pushed along the finish line potentially from Taco. Voxic is playing this perfectly though, ebbing around the side, and Voxic will keep HellRaisers alive.
It seemed like that could be the moment once again, but Taco can't do it in 2 versus 1. Liquid now give up 2. Haven't got to the point of danger just yet, as they have one more buy available, but slowly but surely, HellRaisers are making the scoreline more convincing once again. HellRaisers, of course, with the full buy here. And more mistakes can be made. Voxy with a good spawn towards B, presumably will challenge. Taco will go for the AWP at the very last moment. Gives that to Nitro as a bit of a fumble in spawn area, so no one's actually be there to receive this first shot. Smoke will come in and block the vision of Voxy. Does he fire a shot? Of course he does. But for now, no damage inflicted, and luckily no rush from HellRaisers, because Team Liquid just weren't ready for it.
Draw out as many of those grenades as possible. Still, a fair amount, though, at Liquid's disposal. HellRaisers waiting, hoping one of Liquid get a bit too antsy and go for a peek at Twists. He's too disciplined to make that mistake. He is on A alone for the time being. It's a heavy stack on the B side. Elish, Nitro, and Taco all here in close proximity. Nade starting to thunder through on mid. Molly's down to sandbags, cording off as many angles as possible, as HellRaisers look to try and stamp their authority over on the A side of the map now. An important trade goes against Liquid. Elish needed to land that. Those are the kills he would have been getting earlier in this best of 3. 30 seconds. Time is scarce. But so are Liquid. They're down to just Nitro and Taco. Their funds will be beginning to deplete too.
Yes,
Taco
absolutely.
has been doing so much work on this A site in 1v2, 1v3s, but this time he just can't get anything to stick.
Liquid, an amazing first half, and closing out games really is 2 different worlds sometimes. They are still going to have an AWP going to the next round, but the look to things here, the HellRaisers just pull them apart limb by limb there and manage to split towards the A site. Nitro can't do much about this whatsoever. The money is finally broken as Nitro looks to save the AWP. Nice shot, takes down Dead Fox, but he's got players coming all around him. Voxic doesn't need to take the AWP out of his hands necessarily, but they've still got cash, and their money's actually not as strong on the T side as I thought. He needs to be a little bit careful here. What a shot that is! Oh my god, Voxic, this kid is fast. Unbelievable. Jumping up, trying to get a bit of intel there, and gets his head blown off. Here's Dead Fox opening things up here. Just kill by kill, you can see they're all individual interactions. Liquid certainly playing a very scared mentality right now. This is the shot that caught my eye. Goodbye. Nitro removed from the equation. Brilliant stuff. Has to be the eco now for Liquid. Surely this doesn't go overtime, Vince. Come on.
Crazy things have happened, Henry.
They have. This has been the FACEIT overtime major.
It has, yeah.
So maybe it could happen. I don't want to say it definitely won't, but it shouldn't have done. It was 15-5. That's a long way to go still.
I think we can all agree that Liquid are going to start to sweat if HellRaisers hit 10 rounds. Again, it's that double-digit mark. Liquid will start to feel them breathing down their necks.
We've actually had 35 overtimes in this major so far, Vince. Have you ever heard anything like it?
That's pretty nuts.
I'm sure we've got a couple more to be added as well to the tally as the tournament continues.
Snack on A. Shouldn't yield too much. If Angel sees more than one player, I think it's going to stand to reason that HellRaisers may just push B. They know Liquid's economy's in the bin at this stage.
But we did say before, there's something about these sort of rounds that seems to find success. Now, saying that, there doesn't look to be anything that particularly interesting being presented by Team Liquid right now. They got Deagles, PD-50s, but no armor, and just that one flashbang. It would take something unspeakable to occur for Liquid to pull this one off. Someone would have to get like a double Deagle headshot coming in, a CZ rush. When all the chaos is going on, it's for all to fall apart. If they had armor and a few grenades, maybe there'd be a stronger chance, but HellRaisers should have full control here.
This is where you want to see the Molotovs being tossed into the likes of Checkers to get rid of Taco's position.
Yeah, we spoke about that before. Even against the full ecos, you want to be using those grenades. They still have plenty of them, and that's why they can get a kill here. They're throwing this away. Taco helps himself to 2 frags. Where's the utility usage? And here we go. Liquid can close things out now. 3 versus 2. Due to the fact they did not use any of their grenades, Vince, this could be a disastrous finish for HellRaisers.
The worst possible end to the match if it goes the distance now. 13 seconds left. Bondic, Voxic need to get it done. And the CT's know it. 6 seconds. Voxic's dead, and Liquid have done it in one of the worst buys in his best of 3. What a collapse by HellRaisers.
That's just not good enough from them towards the end. They had to use those grenades, but you can't take anything away from the Liquid performance here on Cash.